to Sunday Funday here at Potsquatch Growers. What we will call the transitional motif. That's right, from where we were to where we will eventually in the end be. That's right. So what are we doing? We right now start the show. We come to say hi to you. Hope everyone's doing well. We've been doing some plans. I'm getting excited now. I'm starting to learn how to make this. It's gonna be so sexy. When you see the first show that's not this kind of style show, and you're gonna be like, whoa, the old stoner idiot did it. But anyway, as we do, let's go back to the beginning of the show and say hi to everybody. All right, there's been some talking going on. So we are going back to 1:11 p.m. All right. Hello, Soul Price. What's happening? Greens at 373. All right, what's happening? Moving forward, that's just a chat that was happening previous to the show. We'll scroll up. All right, Clay S. Hello, Jersey Born. Roman Genetics, good to see you. All right. Johnny Summertime, what's happening, baby? All right. Corey DJ, what's up, man? How's it going, dude? All right. Edward Evans, good to see you. All right. Let's see. I'm just trying not to miss anyone. Irish Wanderer, Ganjanana in the house. That would have been about 5-6 minutes ago there. Welcome to the show. All right. All right. Okay. Give me a second here. Just trying to, reading. Romines, hello. All right. Red Claus, good to see you. Little Stewie in the house, good to see you, my friend. All right. The coffee growers in the house, good to see you, my friend, as well. All right. Shit. I love that you all talk to each other so much, but my fucking God, does it make it hard to try to catch up and be like, say hi to everybody. What's up, Matthew Cassette? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Eugene Dolan, hello, hello. Mary Jane Giveaway, good to see you. Brandon Ashley, good to see you. Casey Kelso, good to see you. Adam Hansen, good to see you. See, this is how easy it is for me when there's a bunch of different names there. I can do it. What's up, Texas Squatch? All right. Arthur Johnson, hello, hello. Mass Hole Grower, hello, and good times and tidings to you. All right, there we go. We've caught up. Boom, boom. What's up, LST UK Big Bud? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, all right. Cheers to all of you, my friends. Whew, that was a weird intro one, but we're doing well. We're doing well here. We're working away. We don't have the solidified lab tool yet, but it doesn't matter. We're working on it. We're having faith in the universe. We're gonna pull this off at the 11th hour, and don't worry, I'll keep you on the loop on that one. On the side note, there we're gonna be stepping up the show there with some technological production thingies. It's gonna be good. We're going to make it sexy, and I've been actually learning, so that's impressive. I like to think, anyway. But all right. Wonky Donkey, hello to you, my friend. All right. Play something on the guitar, maybe later, but also the strings on my acoustic are dear right now. I need to restring that lady. All right. Chopped down a 10-week flower yesterday, guys. It was a joke. Why was it a joke? How was it a joke, the coffee growers? That's my question. What's happening, Corey Young? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the show. All right. Review the amp too. All right. Well, I mean, we could do that too. But we'll have to start a different thing. What's happening, Nicole? Welcome to the show, my friend. All right. Irish Wanderer, what was the bud in the thumbnail? It was a picture I took yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that was my Hindu Kush. It may have been the pink, but I'm pretty sure that one was the Hindu Kush. I was taking some pictures yesterday. I was trying to play with my phone and see if I could make something look pretty. So I tried. But I'm pretty sure that one was the Hindu, man. All right. For those of you seeing that Potsquatch, let's try that again. For those of you seeing that PotsquatchSales.com, that is the link to our CBD line. We have the tincture out now and 3 more products to come. It's going to be a good time. Everybody check that out. All right. What's happening, Proud Canadian Cannabis? Good to see you. I'm chilling, getting the show going, Right now, it's the weird show where we don't have plants on it right now. It's a weird, strange motif for me. It's like the first shows we've ever really done. Like, I ain't got any weed. Like, I got weed, but I don't have living weed. It's very weird. But the good thing is, we build lab too. We bring better show. What you see, even I'm starting to learn. It will be nice. But it is strange for me. But I'm doing well other than that. Yeah. What's up, John Lane? How you doing, my friend? Oh, I'm just chilling, man. Getting the show going.
trying to pull off the impossible. Flip this bitch, and then we get the new house, lab 2, and get it all super sexy for you. You know what I'm saying? Miss Potsquatch in the background. You want to come say hi real quick and say hi to everybody? It won't take a minute. You don't have to be. All right, she's like working on stuff, so I'm being a dick right now. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm making the house sexy because I'm going to do a virtual open house because
It's true.
why not?
I'm going to hide during this. Don't show me in the video.
He comes with the house.
A balding hairy manservant. We assume it has a few years left on it. All right.
She got a good 15.
Anyway, everybody, there's my significant other.
Yeah, you know, I mean, a lot of people are into that slurricane. I haven't actually tried it myself. I mean, you know, I'm a bit of a curmudgeon, so a lot of new age stuff I resist trying. But it's not like I wouldn't smoke it if I had the chance to, but I don't know. But a lot of people seem to like the slurricane. All right, pal, they're doing pretty well. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. It's good to see you as well. All right. For those of you who are noticing the other link, that is the soulstrip.com homepage /Potsquatch. Blah, 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 blah. That's where you get your very own Squatch lighting systems, everybody. Basically, the only company that designs things to be fixable and even upgradable going forward. That's right. We're growers, building lights for growers. And we build shit that works. And make it fixable and upgradable. And also, customer service second to none. Pretty people like me and my friend Brett will talk to you and be like, oh yes, we're here to help you. Oh, Ray. So anyway, long story short, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty excited there for Lab 2, as we always keep saying. A lot of you have been asking, what will we grow at the new lab? So what we're going to do for fun. Hello, Rodney, and everybody else who I've missed, etc. But much love, everybody. I'm just going to play catch up. Gaz is here too. Anyone I've missed, good morning to you, Jesse. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to play catch up here. The phone doesn't do auto scroll, so it fucks with my brain because I have to keep touching the screen, you know. But everyone's like, what are you going to do with the new lab? Well, we're going to do a lot of stuff at the new lab. But I think what we're going to do, one, because it's easy, I'm going to get some clones. So our pink and our Hindu are actually protected with groups of friends. So we're going to bring some of that pink and Hindu back. Because I like my pink and Hindu. I'm not letting it go. So she's been backed up in other locations. So we're going to bring in a few clones initially of those. We'll keep one each for a mother plant. And then we will at least get a few ladies going right away from day one. The day we move in. Or within a few days of us moving in. We'll get some basic plants vegging out just for a couple of weeks. We're going to get some titties going just because one, it's killing me not having any titties going. It's really weird and strange, so we're going to do that. But we're going to be playing with a lot of genetics. Well, there are the dogs attacking the cat, but he's a 20-pound cat. He'll defend himself. We're going to be playing with a lot of fun new genetics. You know, well, funnily enough, a lot of them aren't new genetics. They're old genetics. But and also, we're going to be playing with a few things. There's been a lot of people who've been kind enough out there to send some things into the channel. So we're going to be playing with those too. Which ones to start, I don't know yet. I'll figure that out. But it's going to be a good time. And, you know, we're going to get basically sort of the way I'm thinking about the new lab. Lab 2 is going to have basically set up. We're going to have a main flowering room, obviously. So we're going to keep that main flowering room kicking and doing its thing, you know what I'm saying? But then we're also going to start playing around. We're going to do some tent shit. We're going to do, you know, hell, we might even end up doing a lot of it in different tents and just set up this tent city. Be like, welcome to Potsquatch's tent city. We got a bunch of random shit. Let's tell you what's happening here. And then we're going to be doing different experimentations, both breeding experiments. We're going to play with a lot of stuff. I've got this new, like, kind of almost like movable dry rig that I've been designing and playing with, and it could be cool. I don't know. I'm playing with it. I don't know if I like the design or I love the design. We're working on it. But a bunch of fun things that are going to be going forward, and then you know, lots of new how-to videos as well. And I'm excited. But let's talk about weed. Let's see what everyone's saying here now. Give me a second here. Kush. I agree with you. That's right. All right. Hey, no worries, Matt Hoffman. We're still just getting the show going. We're only in the first 10 minutes. All right. There we go. But so also too, I'd like to take the moment to let everybody know as well that there is in fact the new email for making requests to see specific types of videos or content, or if you want to see Uncle Potsquatch go play or screw around with something, or well, you know what I'm saying. There's a new email. It's Potsquatch2. That's POTSQUATCHDOO at that burp represented gmail.com. As you can see, Nicole has shared that for us and typed that out, so that might be the easier way for you to do it. But that's where that's the exclusive email for making requests for new content. So we're getting that going, my friend. What's up, O'Shea Ferrero? I'm doing well enough. I hope you're doing well as well. Well, I would say mass whole grower 6/10 is approaching what I would call in a contained house space a city. Let's call it a township almost city. Let's say maybe 7. 7 would be the number. Even if the 7 small tenths, we could call it a small tenth city. So we'll call it, we're inventing terms here on the channel. Right now, all of us, or definitions. All right, everybody, here the day, on the day of whatever the date is, we have decreed that for it to be considered an indoor grow, a city, one requires 7 tenths. And if there's 7 small tenths, we'll call it a small tent city. All right, technical terms here being made for the history of the future. All right. What's up, M9? I'm just not going to comment on the joke right now. I'll leave it as is. What's up, Malcolm Smith? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, because like, for example, one thing, let's take a vote on the show here. Because like, I've been working really hard since I don't got plants going, right? Uncle Potsquatch been spending some time thinking like, what should the new content actually be like? Like, fuck, what is the channel? Obviously, the channels itself will keep the crap going, you know, but make it sexy and pretty, right? But, you know, like one of the ideas, like, for example, if we had, maybe we'll even build it into a different type of live stream or something where we bring in some of you at home. Like, would some of you at home want to come on the show and talk on the show? I mean, I guess that maybe a lot of people wouldn't want that, or maybe they do want that. I don't know. Like, that could be a thing we could do. Or I could bring other pot people in the world onto the show if you want it. I mean, I have to be careful because certain people I have opinions about. And I'm very honest on my show. It's my show. But I mean, I think the best way, and I think it'd be fun. I mean, like, do we all think that'd be fun at home, bringing different people around the globe on the show? And getting to share and be like, hey, what's up, Potsquatches? Hello, how's it going? You know, I think that'd be fun. Yeah, we could do that. We could do qualified guests for specific topics. I mean, and if people at home had a specific topic they'd like to come on the show and talk to me about, we could totally do that. Or if you just wanted to come on the show and say hi for a bit, you know what I'm saying? Ganjanana, yo mama, you are always welcome to come on our show and sing. If you want to show up and sing, girl, you gonna sing. I say do it. You know, 100%. Dottie seconds that in the background as she's playing Sweep the Dust Bunny. Malcolm Smith, well, certain designated areas of the tent city will be a breeding city, but we won't necessarily be making them fucking all of our city sections. There will be certain sections of the tent city for fucking and not fucking, you know? Sometimes you just got the titties, you know? So the funny thing is if you think about it, it sounds really dirty what I'm saying, but if you actually think about what I'm saying in terms of growing, it's kind of funny. Because it actually makes sense. Does that mean that certain sections of our tent city are going to have directional airflow with filtration and backflow protection and all that's going to be built on top of the goddamn tents and we're going to make videos about it? And I'm going to drink a beer while I do it and be like, oh, ooh, electrocuted myself. Oh, no, I didn't. But then this is what we did. This is how we did it. You're goddamn fucking right. It's going to be a good time. That's right. And it's going to be super sexy because I'm going to start editing the videos actually on a computer and stuff. I'm going to like... It was funny. I spent the last number of days like, how do I bring production value to the channel and still keep it me and keep it the same? And then I realized really quickly that editing the videos, I can be extra weird. And so it'll be extra more fun. And it might be a little bit easier to watch. Some of you might hate it, but I hope most of you will love it. And that's usually been my standard approach. All right. Let's read some shit here now. All right. I mean, I guess you could call if we set up a reservoir that math grower. Plant orgy in the back. I love it, man. That's hilarious. What tents do I like? I don't necessarily have a specified tent that I'm super a huge fan of. I normally go with cost effective and decent enough. Because let's be fair, it's a fucking grow tent. If we're looking for longevity and super stability and something that you can really rely, I've yet to meet one that I was actually a huge fan of. So maybe there's one thing we should release too. Maybe a design tent I think is cool for you. It'd be sweet. All right, 1 second, Mike. I'm breathing. One second, everybody. I'm actually just reading everyone's comments. What's up, KMD? Welcome to the show. Also, everybody, there is a Facebook group for any of you who are on Facebook, and you're welcome. Everyone's welcome to the Facebook group, okay? But answer the goddamn questions. It is a liability. It takes 2 seconds to answer them. Just clack, okay? And then we can just let you in. It's great. Well, we could. I mean, Matthew Cassette, actually, because that's one of the things is I've been writing kind of some dramatic pieces to the show. And maybe when we talk about certain things, I'm going to do certain characters going forward. Because, well, I am a professionally trained actor and a Shakespearean actor originally. And I really enjoy being weird. I mean, a lot of people, like, comment on the channel. They're like, man, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm cool, man. Like, this is just how I feel my time. But one of the characters actually does wear a lab coat that I've been playing with, and I do own a lab coat for said character already in my costume department. So it's funny, I like don't buy clothes for myself really, but I will buy costume pieces. I basically wear blue jeans and a t-shirt or a plaid shirt most of the time. Or my riding jacket, and that's about it. Yeah. Potsquatch Growers Army shirts. That's my main go-to usually, to be fair, especially if I go in public. Well, the question would be, Malcolm Smith, my calibration of what? All right. Everyone, I'm not ignoring your, by the way, your comments or anything. I'm just absorbing most things. High goals 420. I wish your lady the best as they grow and go. What's up, Texas Pete? Did you survive the freeze in Texas? Is Texas Pete here? Texas Pete, I hope you're not frozen. All right. Yeah, so Matt Hoffman, if you're going to be drying in your tent that way, obviously, one, I mean, don't have them touching anything. Never have direct airflow directed at your drying cannabis, okay? That's a no-no. But subtle air movement is important. Subtle air movement, and I would key your exhaust down to super low and make sure you've got a gauge in it. I don't like personally drying in tents, to be honest with you, because if you think about it, a tent with the Mylar inside is kind of like this almost humidity dome of death. And it's also basically, yes. So keying in that air movement and exhaust is quintessential to doing it, but you can't go too hard either, or else you're going to dry too quickly and potentially ruin your cannabis. Puppies, it's okay. Your mom's just outside doing some stuff. You're fine. She's in her car. You're good. The dogs are flipping out because, Dottie's out at her truck doing things. They're like, where's Mom outside? I'm freaked out by this. I don't understand what's happening. No, it's not a deer in the headlights. I'm just like processing shit. I'm being dramatic too. Like, I mean, I could read it boring. I mean, I could read the comments boring if you want. Sometimes the looks you give when trying to read fast and keep up, it's like a deer in headlights. Okay, Subsquatch. Okay, come on, everyone type right now. I'll read real fast and be boring. Okay, I know, but it's fun, but cool, but laugh out. No? Okay, don't do that. Don't keep your 60-60, but then taking my experience. Happy 420, laugh my ass off, says Soul Price. Yes, welcome to Potsquatch Growers. If I flipped a plant to 12, oh, that's okay, we can scroll back up. If I flipped a plant to 12s for 8 days and then found out it was a male, then can I re-veg it, or is it going to make pollen? Yep, it's going to keep nutting a bit. I mean, at the end of the day, you can slow the growth of the male glands, but I mean, that's going to, be, kind of boring. All right, okay, Matt Hoffman. Relative humidity is starting to rise around there due to layer 59, but that's fine. 59 is not too high. I mean, it's a little bit higher than I like to go, but I mean, keep it at 59. You should be fine. All right, and then. Don't ever question me being myself again. That's what you get if I don't be me, man. I'm just joking. That's why, like, when everyone, how do I pronounce potato? I would normally say potato, but I could say potato if it makes you happy. But the fact is it's hilarious. That's kind of always been my joke I've done to people. They're all like, oh my God, your voice is so annoying and I hate how you do everything and it's horrible. And I'm like, well, go enjoy the boring other YouTubes waiting on a monotone thing. And hey guys, welcome. It's your boy, Potsquatch. I'm gonna do this today. All right, well, I need a drink then. So let's go get a beer, everybody. But anyway, I'm making a point. This is part of me having fun at the same time. The funny thing is like the other day, man, this one motherfucker came on one of our older videos, and it was really funny. Like, man, motherfucker, you suck. Like, you need help. Buy a tripod, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, I mean, everything's always been, even when we had a tripod, kind of crazy. And we are going to be more formal, a little bit more sleek and smooth going forward. Yeah, for sure. But so my only response, my response was, this is like early in the morning. I was like, LOL. But an hour later, you're like, oh shit, man! Like, you actually make some pretty good content. You actually know things and help people and tell people stuff. I'm sorry. I was maybe harsh. I was like, no, it's cool, baby. Like, we're working on shit. I know we ain't pretty. Like, we're working on that. I'm learning how to make this thick there. But until that happens, at least the basic rough content there, baby. But it was actually quite an amusing interchange there at the end of the day. Yeah. Okay, let's read some messages here. Yeah, that sounded funny in my head. Most informative grower on YouTube by far. Oh my goodness, Potsquatch, that means so much to me. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go back to it. I'm just being a dick. Thank you very much, Potsquatch. Greens at 373, laugh out loud. Cut my curls down yesterday. By curls, I think you mean your girls. How'd that go for you, coffee grower? All right, the math whole grow with this. I set up my tent with a humidity controller to operate the vent fan set at 62% humidity, and I maintained a temperature for 2.5 months for my outdoor harvest. Wait, what? Let's read that again. I set up my tent with a humidity controller, all right, to operate the vent and etc. And you set it at relative humidity 62, all right. And you maintained a temperature for 2.5 months for my outdoor harvest. I don't understand what you're saying, buddy. I don't. I'm trying real hard, but I don't get it. Could you reword, please? Oh, there you go. Nicole, maybe don't watch some of the earlier videos, especially some of the earlier live streams. Like, don't do that. One second here, everybody. I'm just reading. Oh, don't worry, Julio. It's okay, man. All is good in the hood. Nutrient lockout can happen at times. I mean, typically, most nutrient lockout is a pH thing. You can create nutrient lockout if you drop your temperatures way too low, especially earlier on. But that's where when I drop my temperature super low during those last 48, I've already done my flush. I'm not worried about residual nutrients, etc., etc. Everything's okay. And so therefore, when I drop those temps and I'm creating a lockout, then it doesn't matter because we're already past that point, right? But predominantly usually a pH thing, unless you're like super dropping your temperatures inadvertently at some point. Also, temperature, again, sometimes when that transition can create a huge issue. Like, remember King Crooks, man, he had his African lamb raised, and it just would not flower, even with 12-12. But once we got those temps to like 21, 23, boom, titties. But anyway, see you. Yes. Is it coffee, though? Coffee growers? You had I'm confused now. Mass hole grower. Oh, that's how you tried. And, okay. Then I'll reread it, contemplating it in terms of, okay, this going on. Yeah. Wait, are you saying, though, you dried your outdoor harvest for 2.5 months? That's quite astonishing if that's what you're saying. Oh, dried and cured. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what? I am confused. You're creasing me up the night, man. Good show, man. Thank you, man. I don't actually know what creasing means in terms of, a slang term, but I figure it's, creasing sounds like either it could be good or bad. Oh, yeah, no, coffee grounds is a great thing. Well, Zimleys, being a BC grower and a BC guy, I don't really smoke outdoor, actually. I am a strictly indoor kind of motherfucker. I grew up in a place in Canada where, like, outdoor you don't smoke. I mean, we might buy it for making hash or something, but it's BC Bud, baby. It's an indoor conceptual ideology because basically what happens is it's one, most of BC is a shit climate for growing outdoors. I mean, there's some good regions to do outdoors, but for the most part, it's shit where most of us live. So in the late 60s, early 70s, and especially with how illegal it was, it became this sort of huge indoor explosion. So that's why a lot of BC people, I mean, indoor is the only way to go. I mean, we don't really even smoke outdoor, but it has its uses. And I know it gives Gazzers like a huge irritation, for example, when I say that, because Gazzers is a hardcore outdoor grower. And I'm like, that's cool, baby. I'm just like indoor, man, Oh, I feel you, asshole grower. I struggle very hard to type on phones as well. Everything going all right, baby? One second here, everybody. I'm just trying to read. Well, I mean, Jordan Lavelli, I mean, you can't necessarily say outdoor is poo-poo and that it gives you a headache. It's not that outdoor would be poo-poo or give you a headache. But I will also state at the same time that outdoor is not necessarily, in my mind, I mean, the best of the best, you know what I'm saying? But that's just, being honest. What's Fernando doing with that dude outside? You seen him? They're all walking around and this and that, and walking up and down the side there of our property.
some more fence?
I need these people gone. I need the bigger fence. My neighbor Fernando and I took 3 years to wave at each other. So I tried to wave for 3 years. He did not wave back. Only recently has he waved back. It's a true story. Ask my wife. I tried though. He was just weird and mean. I'm not for everyone. Not that many, Matt Hoffman. I'm just tired. Autism Dad 1212. Hey bro, I've been using seltzer water, molasses, and coffee. I'm starting my 3rd week of flower. Suggestions on what else to use. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to do a nice long soak, cook down, put some brown banana peels into there, a little Epsom salts for magnesium sulfate, that's going to be very beneficial in there. And, just like, what I would do is like take 6 brown banana peels, maybe a tablespoon of Epsom salt, 2 or 3 tablespoons of molasses, some old coffee grounds, a little old coffee, 6 liters of water, cook it down, reduce it till it's about 3 or 4 liters, mix that in 1 part that, 2 parts water, you'll be good to go. Okay, Potsquatch says, can you explain feeding to watering volume? If I have a 5-gallon pot and I water 10 to 20% pot mass till runoff, what should the feeding amount be? 500 milliliters to 1 liter. Well, it depends on what you're using, right? Like there's not really a general thing. So we can speak to it from ppm, and that will change in terms of where you're at in your flowering window. I actually don't personally like feeding via ppm. I'm pretty old school with the way I do it, but it depends on what I'm using, right? So it's the biggest part of that question would really be like, what do you actually have for your feed? And then we can kind of go from there to give you a better answer on that one. At what node do I top for the first time? Julio from Denver, that one I'll play around with. But typically I like to see at least 5 to 7 node developments before I really top. Because that gives it a nice strong basis, sort of initial structure for me to train out and kind of go from there. Yeah, I mean, and Jordan Lavalley, I mean, that's a big thing here in BC. I mean, bud rot and PM, especially throughout the Fraser Valley, for example, it's very moist, very short season. Bud rot and PM is a big issue. Well, it's not just also, I mean, yes, we're doing kind of a reduction with that one, Riot Powder, but also what we're doing is we're helping to break down and release all the beautiful nutritions in there, make it happy. We're not cooking it, by the way. We just bring it up, slow simmer, and just slowly reduce it down over time. And then we mix it in that way. Just how I do it, theme work good, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all right, Jason Hulahan. How are you doing, my friend? Wanna get high? Tony. All right. So Skawa, as long as it's just the occasional nanner, I wouldn't worry too much. Just gently pluck and be careful with that. If it's just the odd nanner, I just pluck. There's only 2 or 3 weeks left. I mean, it takes time for pollen to really fuck up shit. So just gently pluck off your nanners and just ride her out. Just do a decent little scrub down as well in your space before you do another run in there. Nothing to freak out about, though. Rock or metal, rosin or old school hash, organic soil or just dirt to plant your flowers. Okay, first question, I guess I would go, probably if I had to pick between rock or metal, I'll go rock. Rosin, old school hash. It depends on who made the hash. It depends on who made the rosin. Organic soil or just general dirt. Well, it's never just general dirt, but I'm not usually overly too worried about everything being 100% organic unless I'm trying to do that. And then I will care. But there's my answers, Zimlies, on that one. Crazy Grower Tad says, I just harvested my plants. I have them at about a 50% humidity at 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Is this good or should it be a higher humidity? No, that's a perfect humidity. I love that. I mean, I'm about a 55 kind of to 60 max kind of guy in terms of that. So 57 sounds like a perfect place. Can someone quickly tell me what bloody 60 Fahrenheit is in Celsius? I'm going to get a quick cheat chart for the shows at the new lab so I can quickly. All right. Yes, my own Red Claws, my own. But other than that, no. But I mean, I prefer Kush. I'm a Kush indica kind of guy. That's my happy place. But no, I do not have a preferred breeder out there. And when we get our company going, then I'll say me. Or maybe I'll be humble and I'll say Gazzers then, because he's my co-breeder in our company. So all right. Matt Hoffman says, Squatch, do you lower the light intensity or temps light and flower? No, I crank the fucking lights the whole fucking time, but I do lower my temps always in flower, especially at night, especially later flower. I like to start to build them up to that super chill at the end I'm going to do. So yes to the temp, no to the light intensity. I mean, hey, I mean, I'm not saying that you can't be successful and have a good time with auto flowering cannabis. It's not personally for me. It's not my happy place. See, and again, mass whole grower though, either one, you've got some variables in your grow space that are causing all your plants to herm, or you're just using a lot of genetics that have a natural proclivity to herming on you, and that's kind of a big issue there. And I get that, but we can fix that, my friend. One second here, everybody. Jordan Lavely, don't say it like that, though. That's mean. Okay, so if we wanted to, I'm not an auto guy. How I will describe autos is, for me, they have their purpose in one sense in terms of people have a short outdoor window, they could be beneficial. Okay. Um, they can at least be seemingly less intimidating to the new growers, so maybe they're good that way. They're really not any easier, really, at the end of the day, much than, and if anything, limits you as a grower. So in my mind, that makes it harder than growing a photo. But let's not call them trash. They're more of a novelty, if anything. But so 60 Fahrenheit is 15,556. I mean, that's okay. I'd probably drop it a little bit lower to about 10 degrees Celsius on that dry temp there. When I personally dry mine, I go really low. Like I'll go down to like 3 to 6 degrees Celsius if I can. But that's just kind of my style and what I like to do. What's my preferred method of cloning? I don't have a preferred method of cloning because many different cannabises will prefer themselves certain types. If I'm cloning with a rooting hormone, I typically like to double dip, where I go gel, powder. I'm not a big fan of Rockwell, so if I had to choose, for example, between a Jiffy Puck and a Rockwell cube, I'll probably pick a Jiffy Puck. But I mean, probably my favorite cloning methodology overall would just be old school water cloning. And you don't even need a bubbler, just change the water every day or two so it doesn't get all weird. Or you can, put a little hydrogen peroxide in there occasionally to kill any bullshit in there, or some people use a few drops of bleach, which I have mixed feelings about, but I guess you could do that too. But old school water cloning is probably the oldest way of cloning a cutting of anything, and I mean that's my favorite way to go, I think. I could do that. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want to spend money on advanced nutrients, so maybe I'll contact them and see, like, hey, send me your cat and I'll play with it on my YouTube for you. I mean, I prefer Green Planet personally, but like I said, going forward in the new lab, I'm more open to trying other companies' stuff and play with that. How much light leak will cause Hermes? Almost next to none. Like even just the smallest amount of light, especially on modern day genetics, can cause a herm there. So just really watching out to really black out our shit's important. Yes, I will say, Jeff, that a lot of autos have come a very long way from, the original public release by the joint doctor, lowrider number 1, lowrider number 2, etc. But it's still, it's just because I put a bigger engine in a Fiat, still, it doesn't change that it's still like a Fiat. And it doesn't mean I can't go super fast and drive a James Bond movie sequence or, in this little supercharged Fiat. It's awesome. Woohoo, I had fun. It was great. But it's still a Fiat. To put it, I both like and dislike that analogy, but I'll go with it. One second here. I'm just processing. Have I ever played with the crack grow method? No, I haven't actually done that one, so that's something we could play around with on the channel if you'd like to see it. One second here, just still reading everybody. Well, that's good. And at the end of the day, bog squash, you got to remember, like, based on your size, I mean, like, whether it's a small can filter or a big can filter in terms of your carbon filter, as long as you're not putting it into an environment that's more than it can handle, they will last. One, two, the big one I just bought right before we broke everything down, my brand new filter that we're going to be using at the new lab is a 3-year guarantee on that one. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's a nice filter, though. It's a big one. But, I mean, at the end of the day, the longevity of your carbon filters is always going to be also to like kind of a counterbalance between what are you putting it up against and what environment are you putting it up against. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Grow YVR? I'm doing all right. How you doing? You say I got this new puppy, man, so not too much time for the YouTubes lately. I am well, though. Well enough. Trying to sell the house and buy the new house and make the move and all that. But no, we're doing well, Grow YVR. Thanks for tuning into the episode. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Julio from Denver, you're only getting a few ounces from 6 plants. What's going wrong? Well, one, you need to address basically the overall environment. How much light do you have? Old idiom, true story. More light, more weed. Okay. How big are your root mediums? What are you growing in? What genetics are you growing in? What are you feeding? How are you vegging? How long are you running the actual window of flowering for? Is it a photo even? I mean, so there's definitely need some more information before I could give you an actual to the point answer on that one. Enjoy your dinner, my friend Matthew Cassette. I heard your clickety click and I was like, you look sexy. The wife has been experimenting with some fixing some stuff, and I believe she's been successful because she was walking out the back of the house like, I was all like, I think she did it. Oh, great. I won't get hit, but I'll get hit if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I think the trick with that stuff is just let it settle.
I was just like, because the last thing I wanted to do is.
Look at my weird exploding cake floor. Anyway. 1 second here, everybody. How's it going for you, masshole grower? Just scrolling back. There we go. Okay, perfect. So, there we go. But at the end of the day, so basically, Julio, you got to address one, make sure you got enough light, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you got proper feed. Make sure you got big enough, area for your roots. Make sure you got some decent enough genetics. Make sure you got some basic food that's taking care of your weed titties. And maybe talk to them too. I mean, love them. I'm a big believer. I'm both a scientist but a holistic to it. I mean, and a lot of people have like emulated almost everything I've ever done with my grows, and they can't replicate what I do. And my only real reason that I can come up with other than what I do is that I also spend a lot of time with my weed. I talk to my weed. We watch movies together. We get drunk together. I mean, I get drunk. They just watch. But that's when their voices come out. Wife's in the background laughing at my ass. She's like, he does do it. He locks himself in that room sometimes for hours just getting drunk in his pants. At first I was concerned, but guess what? He can cook and he got a decent dick, so she's still laughing, so I'm not in trouble. So there we go. Woo! All right, let's read some messages here now. Gaza says, I'm setting up my new tent. So you got your HPS back. I'm glad you got it back, man. Now, you running that 600 watt HPS in a cooling system at all, or you just running her naked in that tent? No, for sure, man. I mean, right? We all have our own ways of doing it, but it's doing well. O'Shea Ferrero's like, I'm 4 beers in and doing a scrog. I say I dig it. Well, Taser Ray, either you're like 3 feet tall or you got a big tent. Yeah, Taser Ray, like, I run around naked in my tent. I was like, well, either you tiny. All right. See, we can all get our plants that extra level with a little bit extra love. We all have our different own ways of doing it, is what we're coming to learn. From running naked, to talking, to watching movies, to getting drunk with them, making them do voices sometimes, Okay, so you're going to do a mix. Now, but my question is, though, Gazzers, are you running your 600 watt HPS naked in there, or do you have it in a cooling hood of some sort? Or a tube or something? It's all good, Michael Montgomery. Welcome to the show. Well, that's definitely one way, mass hole growing. If you keep talking, it'll get going. But make sure you always stand above the plants when you do it, because CO2 is heavier than air. So, on top of the plant. No, I'm not going for a live stream during a live stream. For those of you who've been around for a while, you know that occasionally this happens. It's funny because in the new show, the new fancy show, I've actually been programming this fun little intermission thing, which is actually going to be an intermission of me actually holding a camera and going for a piss while I go for a piss. So it's really, I'm still doing the same thing, but it's just going to be this intermission video sequence. It's going to be pretty funny. I think you'll all enjoy it and find it quite whimsical. At least at that. Well, as long as the winter will then help compensate for the heat output, you'll be good then, Gazzle. Oh, I can't wait to see it as well, my friend, Michael. That's right. It's a technical term, Soul Price. My newness. Because it's true, because we have stepped up our show before and done other newness before. So this is the newness. It might even be the newness. Newness. Ooh, that's lap 4. I'm sorry, everyone at home. I at least find myself quite amusing. Wait till I have fancy microphones and cameras and a computer program to do a bunch of weird shit. This show's really going to get weird. And oddly enough, I think it'll be in such a way that, Jameson and Budweiser will be down to sponsor us. Or Weiser's Deluxe. Hey, Weiser's, I'd take that sponsorship too. All right.
Right? I agree, Taser Ray. Everyone, my friend Taser's in the show. They've got a local Canadian company. They invent true mad hatchery of scientific years. All right. Some of it has to do with weed. Some of it kind of has to do with weed, and some of it has nothing to do with weed. Wonderful business meeting and friendship story sharing meeting with them the other day. We've been playing around with, because this character of the Potsquatch is essentially just me, and then there's, their company Fat Beaver, but then there's this character Beaver who's like this beaver that's a crazy scientist, right? So it's like psychopathic Potsquatch with, beeves, Squatch and beeves taking on the world, having an adventure. I'd watch that cartoon. What do you think? Let's do a poll right now. Who would watch The Adventures of Squatch and Beeves? I'd watch that. See, and that must have meant your experience was true. You came in right at the start of the live stream. You're blessed. You should go buy a lottery ticket, the man. You've just been blessed by the stream of the Squatch. Buy a lottery ticket, man. The VR piss experience. Yes, but we're going to have to check ID to sell that one. Yeah, right. Well, that's the way we look at it, everyone. Is this cartoon could be quite fun. One, Uncle Potsquatch is now a cartoon. Two, he's got a fucking best friend mad scientist named Beeves, who's a giant fucking beaver. Can you tell we're Canadian companies, eh? Anyway, so, well, I mean, you never know what the script will look like. I mean, do we take on aliens, zombies, the fourth dimensional interchanges during the Temporal Time War or something? I don't know. But, or maybe we're just taking on the Faries, you never know. And that is not a loaded political comment. That's actually going back to Ireland and fighting the Faerie Kingdom. So, haha, don't you get all mad at me. Save a tree, eat a beaver. I'm into it. I can get on board with that. You're using HP Pro Mix in a 5-gallon pot. Perfect. Organic teas, only food. All right. 2 Smart Hydro 1000. All right. Week 6 of flour. The buds are the size of my thumbnail. What happened? Well, Julio from Denver, at the end of the day, one, you've got a 5-gallon pot. You're using the dirt that I use. There's no issues there. Organic teas. A true organic tea properly done is one of the best food sources. So, I mean, there could be an issue in terms of your feed there. Technically, as much as I'm not a fan of Dinkle Nuts Lights, but 2 of those should more than take care of like a plant. And you're at week 6 of flower, but the buds are only size. So basically, my thoughts are probably a big part of it would be genetics, to be honest with you. It could just be what you're growing. And at the end of the day, especially if it's more of a satty thing that's going to have like a nice, like some true sats will run forever. Well, not forever, but I mean, like they're long runs. They're like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 weeks. I've had sativas that weren't properly done until 16 weeks. Yes, were they some of the more old school ones? Usually. But, that Platinum Cookies Godbud hybrid cross, she ran like 11 or 12 weeks, and I took her down then, and still she could have kept going to be truly to what she was meant to be. You see what I'm saying? Sorry, everybody. I'm just reading everybody's messages, And I mean, it could be a fun thing, right? Because, like, also, too, there's been a movie series that I've been, loosely writing for, well, pretty much the entire time the channel's been in existence. There's another movie I got to make first. Before I get to make this movie series, and it's The Adventures of Potsquatch, it's a live action one, and it's going to be good. And it was funny because when Fat Beaver came on, they were all like, man, Taze was like, man, let's make cartoon. I'm like, all right, well, it's easier than what I have in my head for now, so let's do this for now. Sure, sounds good. For those of you who are noticing the links that are being shared there, technically, I guess we do have a Patreon, and that is the Facebook group that Nicole shared. Please answer the questions. Anyone's welcome. Don't be a dick fuck. Don't be an asshole, and be yourself, and you'll be all right. And PotsquatchSales.com, that's where you check out our CBD line. With we've got 3 new products in development right now, being released very soon. And that final link there is where you're going to go buy your very own Squatch lighting systems. Right now, you can buy some of the most affordable professional grade tech around, and the only company building lights that you can fix and upgrade. Also, too, if you need a bigger rig than we build, we do custom rigs too, baby. Just say I need a Potsquatch custom, and we got you. Show me Sasquatch. What do I think brings the smell? Well, there's a lot of different things that can accentuate the terpene profiles of the plant. I'd say the number one thing to get the really stinky, dinky, funky, monkey marijuana is your genetics. Then also making enough available sugars there and proper complex feed, and really feeding that plant in its mid to later sort of flower life window to really accentuate it. It's all that it can be. But at the end of the day, the biggest, most important component is you want to grow stinky weed, you got to start with stinky weed genetics. Oh, she's making popcorn in the air popper. I can hear the kernels popping into it. No, it is mine. I did set it up sole price. I'm just making a funny joke. Nice. How's that bubble hash coming along, Johnny? Summertime. One second, everybody. I'm just looking and breathing in case not. There we go. Well, so Bog Squatch, it does technically, like, it physically exists now in terms of the Discord server for the Potsquatch Growers community. It's in its Mark 1 trials. It was made by Soul Price and Nicole, to my understanding, and I'm technically on it. I'm learning how it works and checking it out. When it's ready to go live, we'll go live. Maybe this week I'll put some meetings in with Soul Price and Nicole there, and we'll try to get it live in a week or two. Okay, Nicole and Soul Price, remind me we got to talk this week about that shit. We'll get her going. Oh yeah, don't worry, Taser Ray. We're going to be showing everybody Fat Beaver's products there at the new lab. But we're not going to suggest anything as Uncle Potsquatch until I get the chance to play with her. On paper, she's great. I got to give her the old run through. I believe in it, though. I believe in the Fat Beaver. And if the product works, then the cartoon's on. Most of you won't really know what we're actually talking about, but we will be educating you in the future on these products from Fat Beaver, a fellow Canadian company, standing up for the wee titty people the globe over. Where's my beer at? It's probably on the table. All right. Do I have a beer? No. Yes. There we go. And welcome back. Welcome to Dude, in what I call the jam space, but I guess it's technically the dining room. All right. Michael Montgomery. How did the double squatches? What? What? Yeah. No. Go for it. She's like, can I pop popcorn? I'm like, yeah, I was talking about it outside.
Sorry.
No, you're good, babe. No, you're good, babe. You're very considerate. So Michael Montgomery says, Josh or Uncle Potsquatch, how do the Squatch racks compare to the double Squatch? Well, one, they're the exact same basic power. They're basically just two different imaginings between the two. One, the double Squatch rack
everybody seems to be really into it because everybody into racks now. That's what makes them all hot and bothered. So they're good. I like the Squatch rack. I won't lie to you. Uncle Potsquatch still has a very close affinity to the original, well, not the original Mark I Legacy series, but the New Age X4 board with the 301H2 board double Squatch. I mean, that's Uncle Potsquatch still, that's technically the light I prefer, to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I prefer the double Squatch. They're both killer and awesome. I just love the big old sexy fucking baking sheet, man. And like, don't you want to get baked? It reminds me of my 2007 Cadillac CTS in the way it's built. I mean, it's just sexy and get it done, you know. And but they're great. They have equivalent power comparisons unless you ask us to build you a custom rack that's bigger. We built a few of those. Cadillac Jack ordered a much bigger rack. So we built Cadillac Jack a super duper uber rack. It is available if we get in touch. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I personally have a close affinity. I prefer the double Squatches, to be honest with you. So I'm going to be buying a few more of those and bringing those into the new lab. We're also going to be bringing in more racks, though, at the same time. I'm actually going to be using them together in our new railing experiment. That sounds so bad. The new movable track experiment, we'll call it. Because we're going to move on rails and stuff. But anyway, it sounds so bad. So dirty. But what we're going to be doing, though, is basically I'm going to be using the Squatches, the traditional Squatches, as it were, as the top moving light. And then we're going to be using the racks as the side lights that move on the what I'm going to call for now Potsquatch's Star Trek grow system. And it's going to be a good time. But it's going to be a simple, basic system. You can implement it anywhere. There's a couple of different companies that build sort of movable racks I'm looking at, or movable tracks. I've got a close friend down in Florida who's developing his own version of the system. Hell, maybe we'll go with his. You never know. I'm looking into it, and I'm deciding what I'm going to play with. I'm actually not even going to be the first Potsquatch out there to ever put our lights on a movable track. That's already being done in Ontario. Shout out to Country at Heart Finley. I believe in the history of Potsquatch lighting systems, Country at Heart Finley was the first one to ever utilize our tech that way on a movable system to cut down on power consumption while keeping the coverage sexy. That's part of our history. Fuck, that smells so good. Something to be said for freshly popped popcorn, everybody.
Food.
Yeah, at least for you, especially. My wife likes popcorn, but it has to be freshly packed. It's funny, like I've bought her so many different gifts over the years we've been together. I think the thing she uses more than anything I've ever bought her is the weird air popper I got 2 or 3 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad it hasn't broke. Masshole grow with life. You're making me want a beer. See, Budweiser, if you're watching, I'm making them want beer. So you know what? Sponsor my ass. I'll take beer. Yeah, you know, a paycheck would probably help us make the show better too. But free beer is totally like that's a great sponsorship, Budweiser. Just saying. So do you know the way? One, curing, yes, don't use humidity packs. Humidity packs should only ever be used if you have to bring humidity back into your flower. They destroy the smell and the taste. And at the end of the day, for long-term storage, properly nailing the relative humidity in your flower is the way to go. If you need to rehydrate your cannabis, grab a piece of paper towel, wet the bitch, put it in for 10 to 12 hours, pull it out, you're fine. Don't use those stupid packs. They make your shit taste like a rank yuck.
I was laughing because he's like, put it in for 10 and then pull it out.
As you can tell, you think I was sexual? My wife's a bigger pervert than I
am. I just wanted to say hi, everyone. Like, I was in the middle of stuff and I hate, like, you know, So, cheers. Sunday Funday. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Funday Sunday. Sunday Funday.
Is that tea you're drinking?
No.
Go grab the bottle and show them what you're drinking.
Yes, I only drink thimbles of tea.
Wiser's Deluxe. You could sponsor us too.
Ooh, I like that
I
sound.
said, nah, me too. I like, ooh, we should make music with this one. Bop, 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 bop. We need a knee. There we go.
Tune this bottle. All right. Cheers, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh, dude, Michael Montgomery. I love the originals. Like, our first built ones are the ones that were running most of my lab. I'm just bringing in the new ones because, well, I can't get old ones because we don't have any more of the parts. We don't make those anymore. So, really, Michael Montgomery, you're in possession of one of, probably maybe 200 or 300 that was ever built of the Mark Ones before we switched over to our new builds. It's a piece of Potsquatch history. One of the Mark Ones, the Legacy series, the truth, the start, the fuck you Mars Hydro. All right. 1 second, everybody. I'm just reading everybody's shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. I do drink Heineken from time to time, Potsquatch. But in Canada, alcohol is very expensive. And so Heineken costs more than Budweiser. And okay, let's play a fun game for people around the world. This might give most of you nightmares. How much do you think it costs Uncle Potsquatch to buy a 24-pack of beer? Submit your answers. What's the thing on my head? Oh, it's a button that says shit happens and it's a roll of toilet paper. It's a sentiment that I feel goes well with the Potsquatch Growers Army and our development as a company and rocking and rolling. They think your hair looks nice. I can hear in the background. Ah, what's up, Zach Baker? How you doing, buddy? Just wondering whose truck. Okay, so Johnny Summertown says $56. You're Canadian though, so you're not allowed to guess. That's pretty close. Stony Baker MD says $23. Michael says $46. Zach Baker says $35. Jason Houlihan, shut up, you idiot! Son of a bitch. Ganjanana's like 8 pounds. All right. So typically in BC, our liquor costs pretty much more than anyone. So typically, if I go buy a 2-4, it's I'm usually spending, depending on what it is, anywhere from $55 to $70 or so for a 2-4. I know that sucks. That's right. And then I bet you people at home right now will be like, oh my God. They're doing the math of how many beers I've ever drinking on the show. They're like, he could have bought the house without a mortgage. So, oh my God. These are Canadian dollars. They do exist. They are real money. I promise. Tell me 420, 22. No, I wish, bro. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's true, man. That's what I spend a lot of money on liquor, man. Dude, the 2.6 or the 1.7, it's not 2.6, 1.75 liter bottle of whiskey I typically buy once a week. That's a good deal, man. That's only $56.75 plus tax. So it's only $60, $65. 2.4, like I said, about $50, $55 to $60, $70, depending on where I am, what it is. And that is true, Johnny, sometime. BC does stand for brain cash. And yet we still drink more than the rest of the world. Well, maybe no. Well, some of us do. Now that's me buying liquor for at-home children. Imagine what happens when I go to a bar. Yeah, do you know the way? I know, man. It's we live in a different place.
Well, Nicole Edmond, that's why you're you and I am me.
Well, you know, riding the upshot, you never know. Well, sometimes, Red Claws, we do make moonshine out of the leftover weed. We call it gasoline. If we're feeling festive, we call it gasolina. Actually, Michael Montgomery, I'm pretty sure Canadians per capita drink a lot more than Germans do. We actually drink a lot of beer in Canada. It's astonishing. Canadians are big beer drinkers. It's funny because, like, in Canada, we only got like maybe 40 million people now, and it's like, and a lot of people too are new Canadians, so they don't come from a place that drink like us. But still, the born and raised Canadians and the Canadianisms of traditionalities, we still drink enough that we can give Germany a run for their money any day of the week. Trust me, I lived in Germany for years, and the Germans were shocked. They're like, "What?" I was like, "You're goddamn right. That's Canada, bud." Mogwai, shush! I'm in the show, bud. You want to come say hi? Come say hi. Come here, buddy. Come here, bud. Come say hi to the show. Yeah, come here, buddy. Come here. Everybody, Mogwai wants to come say hi. This is my little buddy. Mogwai, say hi to everybody. This is Mogwai. This is little Mogwai. See, his beard's coming in pretty good. He's a good boy. Everybody, this is my little dog, buddy. Mwah. You're a good boy, Mogwai. This is Mogwai. Here. If he sits on my lap, he'll shut up. All right. What's up, 15th Ward? I'm doing well. Have I ever done homebrew? No, but I have many friends who do the homebrew. Made moonshine for. €12 for 8 cans of Heine. That's still cheaper than here. Well, if you do a 1-to-1 comparison, because you can't do it like because our dollar sucks. Exactly. Stony Baker MD, that's the Newfoundland, dropping them under the milk party, mate. See, Michael Montgomery, I'm drinking with Australians, I'm drinking with Germans. We drink more than you guys do, so I don't believe that. Who did the test? I think they just, like, left us out. O'Shea Ferrero, 6 beer a day may keep the doctor away, but 15 to 24, and you are in for the score. No, Michael Montgomery, he's a Yorkie poo, so he is half Yorkshire Terrier mixed with a toy poodle. Yeah. That's why his sister, little Black Betty's all black. She came out poodle, even though genetically the poodle is supposed to be recessive. Oh, Nicole, the Grassoline's great. The first time I met Grassoline, I can't claim that I made it first on my own. I learned of it through fellow weed people here in Canada. So Biker Squatch came by it at one time, and his friend made or it was either his friend or his family. Someone made the Grassolinas, you know. And so I was like, man, I just bought a new generator. I can't get this stupid bastard to fucking fire up for the life of me. So he comes over and he goes, I got the answer. I go, what is it? He pulls out this mason jar of fucking clear liquid. He goes, this. I go, what the fuck is that? He goes, it's weed moonshine. Grassolina. So we go out back. And so basically, he goes, one for the doctors. We each take a swig, and then we dump a bunch of it in the fuel tank and shook the fuck out of the generator. Pulled the cord, boom, fired up like that, and it's fired up instantly ever since we gave it that treatment. Oh, sorry about that, eh? Everybody's supposed to say AA, but sometimes the A doesn't show up to play. But you know what I'm saying, eh? It happens, Potsquatch. Shit happens here like that too. Oh, don't worry, Riot Powder. We'll do that. I'll call some of my friends. I can give you my personal recipe, but we won't do that publicly because technically, moonshining is illegal. At least where I'm from. Ho, 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 ho. Michael Montgomery, it's on. My brother, and I mean this in a positive, fun way. When I come to Australia, game on. I'll bring a few of mine. We'll meet a few of yours. We'll call it the meeting of the beer drinking. Team Potsquatch Canada versus Team Potsquatch Australia. Let's get her done, bud. It was funny because, Gazer's wife, Mel, she said the same thing. She's a Kiwi. She's Samoa. And I said to her, well, Mel, do you want to see what I've had to drink today while I've been doing business meetings? And I flipped around. She saw 30 empties sitting on the counter, and I'm barely buzzed. I said, that's been my day. I'm barely buzzed. Do you really want to say that? And she was a little taken aback. She's like, oh. I was like, exactly. So I'm just saying there, bud. Michael Montgomery, Canada accepts your challenge, but just know what you're getting into, buddy. And obviously it's in good fun, though. There we go. See, Rodney Upshaw, always with the positivity. It's only illegal if you get caught. Yeah, no, Texas Squatch. This was actually a present for my buddy, old school buddy in the industry, who finally sent me those Halloween, the black and orange seeds. So for Christmas, he sent me a Christmas card to me and the wife and the family. They get our dogs and cat, but with some of those Halloween beans and then this pin in it. And he was like, shit happens, because it was right when he knew the shit was hitting the fan for us here in terms of place and everything. And so it was funny though. Wake and bake now. Earthly issue, more like complete nonsense. What are we talking about now, though? Wake and bake, Fred Ferry. Or you mean the drinking competition? Yeah, no, we could win. Canadians. See, that's what we should do. We should just replace, everyone gets so caught up in nationalism around the world and hating on other countries. We should all just get along. We're all human fucking beings. And instead, we could just have fun with beer and pot smoke-offs. Or hell, we could even do like one of those hot dog eating contests or something like that. Let's battle each other that way. There's a country is it Sweden or is it Iceland? There's one of the countries that we currently back and forth keep claiming prospect of between this country and Canada. You want to know how we settle that conflict between our two countries? One country goes and they leave a fucking thing of, I think theirs is probably like vodka or something that they leave on the thing. And then we show up, we drink it, and then we leave a bottle of Canadian rye whiskey. And then they show up and they drink it and they leave a thing. That's how we engage in war. Because really, at the end of the day, it's not even war. We're just having fun. But I'm just saying, the world could learn to get along this way. We could get past, nationalism, stupidity. Let's just get on board with humanism and Potsquatchism, and we'll be good to go. Oh, don't worry, Nicole. I'm going to do my darndest to bring that genetic into its true fruition, available one day for everybody, with the proper black and orange. There you go. French Canadian. Dr. J303, play your guitar. Man, those strings are fried. I'll get some new strings at the new show, at the new lab, when I'm in the new place. I will occasionally play for you, and it'll be a surprise thing, and I'll do it. I predominantly only play the blues and funk around and funk out, but so I will in the future play for you, but we ain't doing it right now. Strength is dead, baby. I mean, the strength is dead. They fried. I mean, Michael Montgomery, I mean, in one sense, he wouldn't be wrong. I mean, going back to the 50th, government's a boy's toy with that is, oh, no, calm down, buddy. It's okay. Here. Give me your legs. There you go. He freaks out if I don't hold his legs. See, if I'm holding his legs, he's okay. See, it's like, you okay, buddy? He's like, I don't like being on camera. I don't want to be in public. It's okay. This is my little buddy. Bro. But yeah, as we were saying, Michael Montgomery, I mean, it might take aliens. You never know. It might take aliens. But I'm hoping maybe we, the people, can evolve past the point of where we need a common enemy. And it's exactly 420 when I'm saying this, everybody. Maybe we evolve past the point where we need a common enemy to become one. Happy 420 from BC, everybody. There's my baby. Oh, no. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, I think I just got it coated in water. I just totally doused my joint. Oh, I had it on the lid of this fucking tin, and then I destroyed my joint. I can't do a 420 choke. It's 421. I tried, everybody. It didn't work. No. Drug abuse. Someone smoke one for me. Fucking hell, man. Oh, no. Oh, shit. That's just sad. It is what it is. Here I was, trying to be all fancy. I was totally going to get that lit by 422. And then dumped it into the bottom of a fucking wet can. You never know. But mass hole grower, I mean, at the end of the day, I'd like to see the human race maybe actually be intelligent enough to not need a common enemy. That's weird to say right now. A common enemy to come together and actually do shit. Where are my darts? At least I got my dart. Bloody hell. There we go. Thank you, O'Shea Ferrero. It was sad. Big fat half joint. Did not mean to kill it. It was complete inadvertent drug abuse, but it happened. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, shit. Well, because when I realized I tried to dump it out, I was like, oh, I can get it out. And all this water came into the can, and I was like, oh. Yeah, no, I was probably dead. Well, now I've lost my lighter, too. I'm just batting 1,000 right now. There it is. What are you going to do? No, I feel you, buddy. It was an accident, but it happened. Nope, stay around. Okay, go pee. Be a good boy. Go. Go pee. Hopefully the dog doesn't run away and we can just keep it here. Mogwai, go pee. We're taking the dog out, everybody, during the show. Oh, ganja not your mama. I'm not 14. I wouldn't do that. Maybe one day, Byron Hayes. Like I said in the show, I would give first crack to Canna Plates and my friend James Wade at Canna Plates if they wanted to work together on releasing something, and if they didn't want to do it, I would say, well,
maybe we come up with the press part of it or something that we can do, and you provide the plates. But he gets first crack, and if he doesn't want to do it, then I'll do it on my own. But oh, just chilling, Black Hippie 420. I accidentally just killed a joint. I'm still a little upset about it. Dropped it into a can of water, man. Oops. I almost had it too, and it's just my stupid hands didn't quite grab it enough, and I killed it. Much love back to you, Mr. C's Grow Life, my friend. I'm looking forward to everybody back to getting back onto what we do, and I'm looking forward to the new lab too. It's going to be fun, and just know that it'll be a few more weeks to a month of bullshit, and then we'll be back on it, and things will be back to normal. Mog White, no, inside. Good boy. Good boy. Inside, Mog White. Mog White. Inside. Mog White. Inside. Mog White. He's going exploring. He's on the deck, so he's fine. Oh yeah, Black Hippie 420. Mog White. Inside. Most certainly, my friend. Most certainly. To be fair, when the dogs are split up, they're usually pretty, well behaved while a show's happening. And at the new crib, though, there's going to be a whole set downstairs. They can't get in it. I'm going to go to work, and we're going to be real legit professional about everything. Doesn't mean I'm not going to drink or be myself on the show, but it's just going to be a little bit more to the point and proper. I don't really typically take my dogs for walks because they're really tawny and they hate walks. So I usually just chase them around the yard and around the house and get them their physical activity that way. We kind of live in the middle of like buttfuck nowhere too, and they don't like walking on leashes. So I just, take them out and play out in the yard. Dude, Black Hippie 420, man. I sent the Alien Rift to a bunch of different people around the world too. So a lot of different people have been growing them out. There's Alien Rift Alive in Ireland, down in different parts of the States and other places as well. Cadillac Jack, if you go to our Instagram, I just posted some pictures of, at least some of them are the Alien Rift, on from Cadillac Jack's Instagram. He sent me some pictures of him rocking both our lighting systems with those Alien Rift, and I posted that to our Instagram just recently. So for the two emails that you're seeing there, that's potsquatch420@gmail.com. That's where you contact Uncle Potsquatch. And Potsquatch Do is the new email where for content and media requests, things that you want to see us do and experiment with, you go check that out. We'll talk privately, Michael. But everybody, one, it's been a good show. I'm sorry it's short and we're not doing the crazy long lives that we used to. But right now, it's just, we're fighting, trying to save everything and get into the new lab. So I'm going to get back to getting back to it. And at the end of the day, just know we will be live with better content, better media very soon. It's going to be very sexy. And we just trying to survive until we get there, man. You know what I'm saying? But my friends, much love, much respect to all of you. Okay? We are the Potsquatch Growers Army, each and every one of us all around the goddamn world, and we grow by the day. We're still growing. We never stop. We never die. We're going to get this. And we're going to do it. And we're going to do even more crazy things in decades to come. Get used to the media brand that just never will go away. We here, baby. We loud. We brown. And at the end of the day, remember, the true grower is the forever student. The true grower makes educated, stupid decisions. The true grower
is not afraid to keep an open mind. The true grower also shows themselves and those around them a little bit of compassion. And I can't wait to see y'all at the new lab very soon, showing you the new hot sexiness of what all of our media is going to look like now. And just know that I'm thinking of all of you this hard time around the world. I know we all going through our own trials and tribulations. This year has not been a great one so far, and 2020 sucked. But don't worry, we're going to get past this, everybody. We're going to get past it. It's going to be all right. We're going to keep it squatch, pot squatch, weed titties, for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real, keep it rocking, and keep it sexy. And remember, Uncle Pot Squatch loves you. And word to your mother. Hashtag boom. Peace.